ABS Sports today. My name is still Ekwema Daniel. And a lot has been happening in the world of sports, and most especially one of the heartbroken incidents that happened to Nigerians yesterday. But all still the same, we are saying a very big kudos to our ladies that has gone out there to, they tried and did their best, but maybe their best was not good enough. But all still the same, we still hail them for the good job they did. All right, in the studios today, I have my friend and his sister as well, who is a very good sports analyst. Diana Uche Onubog, you're welcome to ABS Sports today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. Super Falcon exits the 2023 Female World Cup after a 4-2 penalty shootout with the England team, which they lost 4 goals to 2. How are you going to rate these our Super Falcon ladies?
Overall or just in the match?
Just let's rate them overall.
Overall.
Then we'll talk about the match.
Overall, I will not lie. They did well.
Okay.
They did well. I think the only time I would actually have a fault is not even in the England match. Is with the Republic of Ireland.
Okay.
Because I feel they should have done more in that match. You know, there's this thing that when you know you've arrived, somehow you relax. They needed either a draw or a win. The win itself was too much. They just needed a draw to completely cement their round of 16 position. And that was what I feel was the problem, because I didn't see them try as much as they did in the other matches.
Okay.
That was the only match I would say they sort of relaxed. And to me, you know, they say you don't need to cry over spilt milk. So I feel if I were to cry over that spilt milk, I feel we would not have faced England if we actually topped the group. That was the deal. Everybody wanted them to top the group. You get to face Australia, and somehow you faced you get to face someone else, Denmark rather. And somehow this is a team that I would say I would love to see the Super Falcons actually go against. But England, I mean, it's not like they didn't deal with them. They actually did.
Okay. You said overall you're giving them, is it 70 or 60 or 80%?
I think I would give them 80. Anything above 80, I would say I'll give them 80, honestly.
You give them 80?
Yeah, I'll give them an 80.
No, but the yesterday match was that they have every opportunity to have won that match.
That's what I'm saying. That's the reason I'm giving them 80. The 80 is, first of all, trying. They were unbeaten before coming into the round of 16. So, yes, I have to give them an 80 for that.
Okay.
If you gather points from little places, you know that they really deserve it.
Okay.
But I don't understand how you get a red card advantage and you cannot use it. I don't understand it. I'm even
now,
confused.
is it a technical issue or just that the players didn't really know that they ought to take that chances?
I don't think it's just about the players now. I don't think it's just about the players now. I think it's way more than that. Because as the coach, if the players are not doing something, you are there to correct.
But you saw him bringing in Opara Nozie to come and salvage, and as you know, she's one of the top strikers Super Falcon has.
She's one of the top strikers, yes, I know. But I feel, for me, it's not just bringing in Opara Nozie. What other orders are you giving them? You understand? What else are you telling them to do? Sometimes this little bit of push. I'm not saying he did not do well. Wardrum is awesome because he has this, there's a way he actually plays his own tactics. And one thing I like about him is that he doesn't just use the skills on the pitch. That's one thing about Wardrum. He seems to play into the minds of his opponents.
Okay.
Now, like now, for example, you talk about playing against Australia. He brought in Australia that nobody was sure would play that day. That was intimidation. Immediately, you could see, even the commentator said it's as if the lights are going down just because she's coming in. He knows how to bring in somebody that would actually shake you up. Now, he knew exactly what to do with Lauren James. He knew exactly how to frustrate her. He knew specific people that were not allowed to do things in the England team. Talking about the Lionesses, it's not just Lauren James you have Latun there, you have Alexia Rosso, and he had people, the right people that could mark them. And it's not just marking, they followed them to the end. So I feel he did well, but just like they say, there are still loopholes in everything. And then secondly, luck. You can't take luck from your side. If you don't have that luck on your side, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
All right, okay. 80% for the Super Falcon, and maybe that's from coming from Diane, who says it's 80%. But all still the same, we'll give them kudos. But just as if the round of 16 has always been where we are marked for.
Yes, I actually, honestly, the England game, it was a 50-50 to me.
Yeah, it was.
By the end of the first half, I was already thinking we'd win. By the time they gave the red card, I was so certain in my mind we would
That you're
win.
going to win the match.
Because I don't understand. I don't know how to explain it. The 20%
okay,
I did not give them is confused, as in, it's a confused state of mind. Like,
Okay.
I don't understand what happened after the red card. And that was what you were supposed, that was your advantage. That was it.
Okay, all right, let's move on. Arsenal win the Community Shield for the 17th times. And do you see Arsenal team doing, coming for the Premiership this season, going 5-5? Do you see Arsenal team doing very well this season? After winning what you saw against Man City, standing up against Man City, they considered the goal against Man City at 76 minutes, and just immediately when the match, we thought that the match is over. 100 at the 99 minutes, and
yeah, the very last
the
minute.
very last minute, and they were able to equalize through Leandro Trossard, and went on to lift the cup. Now, what do you say about this Arsenal team?
Okay, I am expecting a repeat of what happened last season. But I don't know. I'm not going to say whether it's going to be a better repeat or a lesser one.
Okay.
I just know it's within that bracket. Because this Arsenal that has tasted that top of the league or whatever will want to come back for it.
Okay.
That's one. They've not really had a very bad preseason.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Okay.
Thirdly, winning this is a moral boost. I don't care what anybody says about the Community Shield or whatever. A trophy is a trophy.
The people that are saying we also want, if they have the opportunity, they want to be there.
Because if it was nothing,
Yes.
Man City would not be giving everything.
Yes.
Guardiola would not be angry, so angry.
Yeah, because he wanted to put it back in his shelf to say, I won four trophies.
Yeah, he won a quadruple. That's what he
Yes.
wants to say. He didn't just go end with the treble, and now you're angry and everything. But like they say, if you want to give someone food, you go give them plate.
Yeah.
So Arsenal bought rice. They needed tray to carry the rice. So they've gotten the plate now.
Okay.
And I feel it's a moral boost.
Okay.
And then the Arsenal I saw that day, it's more of this new modern Arsenal under
Okay.
Arteta. I wanted them to win. I was in support of Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but there's this thing about fresh legs, fresh eyes. I know, yes, it's 17th time, but come on, somebody else won the treble. Why would you want to
win everything?
But
it's still okay. So
yeah, I really feel Arteta has a lot going on this season,
okay.
and I feel I'm going to see a repeat. The problem now is I am not sure about winning the title, because what I saw last season was quite disappointing. Getting there and you didn't win it, so I'm just going to leave that open.
But you know that they're going to go do better.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. All right. Arsenal reject offer from Monaco. Monaco is trying to know if they will buy Balogo, the Nigerian player who is now nationalizing, playing for the United States. And Monaco has tabled offer, but Arsenal is still insisting that Balogo will not leave, with nothing less than £50 million, and that's what they are insisting. Do you see this guy worth £50 million?
No.
Knowing fully well that last season he scored 21 goals.
Well, yes.
In Reims, and now Arsenal is saying if you have £50 million, then you can come for him.
I feel. No offense, but I feel £50 million is exaggerated for him right now.
And what of Rice that they bought for 105 million?
I did not say Rice was worth that 100 and something.
Okay.
I'm just
trying to
even Rice is
compare.
still overpriced, if you ask me.
Overpriced, yes, he was.
Honestly, there's this thing, this modern era of football. so many, as in overpriced players. It's not like they are not good, but you don't need to add excess.
No, because dollar has gone up
Yes,
in our country, and then and
I don't know whether
they've removed subsidy.
Whether it's our problem that is affecting them too.
So everybody has to put a lot of money in what they are doing.
You're talking about buying rice for that amount, and then you're buying Havertz for 65 million.
£5 million.
I would. Havertz was, if you ask me, I think he's worth it. That 65 million is just okay, but Rice, come on. I mean, because of Conference League, over Champions League winner. And
age, 23.
It's not really, it's not.
It's an English player.
Yes,
that's why
it's not working together. So now, talking about Balogun as well, I'm not saying he's not good. He's awesome. 21 goals a season. I mean, how many top players even do that?
Yes.
But, come on, 50 million. But at the same time, now we'll get market, no waiting one seller.
One selling market.
So that's it. But for me, I feel it's too much. But at the same time, he's an awesome player. Maybe 10 million less or so. Yes, I would say, okay, that's okay.
Okay, Balogun, Monaco's offer has been rejected, and also Inter Milan is readying themselves to come back for a second offer. They offered £40 million have been issued, but Arsenal is insisting it must be 50. And if it's not 50, we know they sell. And that is it.
Billy, I said there's no one seller.
Okay, Randy Wardrum keen to stay on as Falcon coach. Do you agree with him? And fans still saying, let the American man continue with the Super Falcon.
Oh, yes, by all means.
Okay.
I'm not even thinking about it. Like, this is his job.
Given, there was a controversy ab initio when he had issues with the NFF.
That was over match bonuses.
Yes.
And thank you, FIFA, for actually solving more than half of that problem by paying directly to the players. That was awesome because at least you don't get to hear all these things. Whether it's embarrassing to anybody or not, that is their problem.
Okay.
But they've solved that.
It looks so bad that NFL, the FIFA, although the FIFA said they are going to still go to do the right thing, not paying players, coming to pay players. It's going to be a dent on the nation.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very big dent. But this attitude of every time match bonuses keeps becoming an issue, even in the male national team and the female national team and some other teams. How do you think this should be resolved?
It's simple. Pay them.
Don't you think NFF should always request for the account numbers of all the players, and once your name is on the list and you're part of the team, the match bonuses, FIFA releases this money have been issued before the tournament. Why not them send this money to them? Why is it always a problem at every point in time?
That's what I'm saying. It's not, there's no way to solve it except pay them. It's very simple. The money is there already. You are being given the money to give to them. You don't have any reason to now withhold it and say any other thing. It's simple. Pay them. I'm hearing match bonuses of 2 years. I'm hearing things of you were not paid the last time.
John Noble, who was the third keeper in the Nations Cup, was owed $25,000. I don't know how far they have resolved that matter up to now. Okay,
and then we had Raw coming out to say he wasn't paid how many months of wages. And you are wondering, like...
And Pesero too.
Pesero himself too.
Yes.
And you are wondering, what is all this? What is this issue of owing people and owing people? And you come to realize that something is wrong somewhere. Is it that somebody is willingly holding back this, or you are saying you don't have the money? So what happened to the money? Okay, let's shift from Pesero's salary, because FIFA does not pay that. Obviously, this is a personal contract.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the one that FIFA actually drafted out.
Give the money. What's happening to it?
Where is it going? Is it that the account is locked or something?
I believe that the NFF will answer that question properly, and we need not to be, washing our dirty linen outside. There are a lot of issues surrounding our country, so we need to help, at least in one aspect, where we get things right, All right, Randy Wardrum, keen to stay, and you said yes, that Randy Wardrum should continue.
Oh yeah, I can't even say any other thing about that except he should just remain there.
Okay.
I feel he's doing a good job. I I want to see him do better.
Okay.
And you know, there's this thing about, I don't know, American football, it seems it favors their women. And being an American, who has actually dabbled in those positions before, I think he's bringing that into the Nigerian Super Falcons team. So I want to see more of that and even better. Because when you mix African aggression and strength with skills, it's something else. Totally something else.
A very compact team. All
Yes.
right. Okay. Super Eagles midfield Onyeka of Brentford signs new 4-year contract with Brentford, the Bees. Onyeka is a midfielder, has signed 4 good years, so he's going to stay till 2027. We're saying a very big kudos to Onyekachi. And what does that mean to our national team? That at least will have a very, he has been consistent. The coaches have been, kept calling him into the national team. And now he has signed a new 4-year contract. That's a very big one. And we'll say kudos to him. All right, moving on ABS Sports today. West Ham makes an improved offer of £30 million for Maguire. Maguire, Uche, is your man.
He's not my man.
He's your man.
He's not my man.
Yeah, he's your man.
And he's not my man.
I don't know why you guys are writing this young man.
Nobody wrote anybody
No. You people are calling him a lot of names.
I did not call him
Calamity,
names.
this,
I
and that.
have never called him a
Now,
I've not called him a
and remember, he was signed with £80 million.
Yeah,
and
he
now,
was.
Yeah, at least half of the money is coming in now.
Yes.
£30 million. West Ham.
It's not even half of the money.
But this guy is not a calamity, for crying out loud.
I did not say he was.
But that's what you people
It's not. Who is you people? Me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me say something on behalf of all Man United fans. Now, yes, sometimes when you are losing and it seems to be consistent, it really gets to. It really plays with your emotions, you understand?
Okay.
And then you find someone to blame most times. Venting on somebody makes it easier. And Maguire seems to be the perfect person to vent on.
To condemn.
It's just that
in a team of 11
one thing
players.
I like about this guy, I feel there's something about this guy I really like. No matter what you say, he'll not you tomorrow. He's doing exactly what he wants to do. There is absolutely nothing you say that is moving him.
No. The problem I'm saying, the problem I may be, don't you think that the coaches that ought to use him properly, maybe he has not met the coach that ought to use him properly? Because when this guy was in Leicester City, he was part of the people that won the Premiership.
Yes, that's why I feel.
And so,
that's why I feel Leicester should come and buy him again. We'll give them a lesser offer than what.
Leicester is in the Championship now.
Yeah, they need him to come back to the Premiership now.
But West Ham is now coming.
Yes, they can take him. That's what I'm saying. The coach that need him is there, so they can come and take him. I don't have a problem with Maguire. It's just there are certain things that you do, and you need to be corrected. If you're going on a very serious note, now Maguire himself should know that there are certain things you do that people are not pleased. Corrections have to be made. I thank God for Ten Hag. Somehow he's correcting it any way he likes. My problem is his methods maybe, but yes, he's doing the job. Now, De Gea has made mistakes recently, and just because of that, he's gone. And he's been...
But all the while, for the past 3 or 4 seasons, he wanted to leave, and you guys kept using money to...
He didn't really want...
No, he wanted to leave.
He didn't really want to
wanted
leave.
a new...
He wanted a new and improved contract. Yes, because it was something that was already promised. That's 1. 2, he's never really wanted to leave Man United. Even when he had the call to La Liga, he made it clear that this is my home.
But he said this season that he must leave.
He would leave if the contracts are not met. He signed a new contract, but Ten Hag wasn't ready to get him back on the team. It was very clear. Ten Hag was not ready to sign off on it. He even took a pay cut.
And he is even the highest paid player in the Premiership.
Exactly. And he's currently the oldest from the team back in, at least the last ones that won the Premier League, you understand? Now, he made it clear that, okay, I'm ready to stay back despite the mistakes and everything. There's nothing like being humble, knowing that some things have been wrong with what you've been doing. He was ready to stay back. But Ten Hag was clear. That's I think that's the only problem I have with Ten Hag. Once he makes up his mind about something, every other thing you're saying does not matter to him. Yes, it does not count. You're talking about Maguire, he has benched him. You're just talking to yourself. You say talking about this person, he will tell you to leave. This is his new era. That Ten Hag era, it's making it very, very clear. Now, he wasn't ready to sign off for him because he has his sights on Onana already. And that was it. Man United was ready to sign off. De Gea was
Now,
ready
do
to
you see
sign
Onana
off.
as the best replacement?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
I don't have any dislike for the guy, but come
You're
on.
not seeing him as going to fit into the gloves of De Gea.
No. I can't even explain it. Onana is a good goalkeeper. But he's not the kind of goalkeeper I would sign to replace someone like De Gea. That's just the truth.
If you were to choose a goalkeeper, which keeper would you choose?
Well, there are quite a lot.
But one, just mention one you think that should have, because as it stands now, Onana is is going to be the Manchester this season and beyond.
I would have even preferred somehow Henderson even taking #1 for now, or Heaton anyways is going to leave. But honestly, Onana,
you're not seeing him as somebody that would make Man United proud.
It's not a matter of pride. I feel he has to, should I say, conform to this Premier League.
Yeah, but he's just starting off.
That's one. Two, maybe his style of play, just like, I was actually discussing this with another friend, and he said it depends on the style of play. Ten Hag wasn't happy with Maguire's style of play. I'm sorry, De Gea's style of play. Yes. No matter how good he was, he just wasn't playing what he wanted him to do. And somehow he wanted, a ball-playing goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, from the back.
If you wanted a defensive midfielder, you can even sign him. You went to bring Onana. Okay, fine. We saw what happened in the friendlies so far.
So is that just because of that, and they are now?
I'm not saying it's because of that. I'm saying that
this
Onana,
guy has
Onana has the style of play he wants.
Yeah.
So I feel he feels he can.
And Onana is Ten Hag has always been his coach.
Yes.
Back in Ajax.
That's what I'm saying. There is already a connection between these two.
So he understands what the man wants.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
But for you, I'm not Ten Hag now.
Come on.
Yes. So it's not.
When you get a player, you have to turn them into what you want them to do for you.
Yes.
So I feel he feels he can turn Onana into what he wants.
Okay.
Eventually, I might like what he's doing. If
but
he
for
turns
now,
it, but for now,
you don't see light at the end of the tunnel.
I'm not seeing it, honestly.
Okay. All right, away from it, we're still talking sports today on ABS television. The First Lady of Nigeria hosts the triumphant D Tigers for their victory at the just concluded African basketball in Rwanda. First time, 4 consecutive times the Tigers has won the African Cup. And the beauty about this victory of this year's own is that the coach is a female. And this is the first time it's happening.
I'm probably the youngest.
Rena Nwakama.
Yeah, I'm probably the youngest.
And the youngest, how do you balance, do you see women coming to take over more of our sports to, give the bite and maybe because they say women are so passionate, maybe give more of trophies, bring more trophies to some of our sports. But let's talk about the Tigers. 4 consecutive trophies in every year they carry this cup, and this is the 4th time they're winning this cup, the African basketball game. Why is it that we're always African champion, but when we move out, it becomes an issue?
Like I've said before, Africa's style of play is different. But when you get there, you're now mixed with a whole lot of things.
But majority of our players are all coming from that side.
Yeah, they're coming from that side, but they're not playing with them. Like, they're not playing in their national teams there.
But they're playing in the leagues.
You're playing in the leagues, but when you come here, you have to play what the national team wants you to do. That's the thing about national team. You play in your league. You get there, you do what the coach there wants you to do. You get here, you do what the coach here wants you to do. It's very simple. At home, I am not the same person I am at work. when you're at home, you are a different person. When you're at work, you're a different
Okay, maybe
person.
when you are home, no wig, no...
Obviously, now. Why would
so
I
when
walk
you are-
around with shoes in my house? Do you understand? Now,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. It's not you can't just come here and you start doing things the coach does not want you to do.
Okay.
Every single country, continent, region, they have their own style. Everybody does. When you see Africans play in Europe, you see them, it's different. You're not looking for skills, you're looking for strength, stamina, aggression. Those are the number one things you're looking for.
Okay.
But when you see an European, or you see an American, or from any other place outside Africa, you're expecting skills. That's the number one thing you want to see. Oh, he can't do this, or you want to know the skills he's got. But when you see an African, the number one thing on your mind is not really skills.
Okay.
What you want to see is that strength, the stamina, because that's what they are known for. You understand? And you even commentators, you hear them say their aggression, their strength, all this, you understand? Now, that is what you want to see. Now, if you're playing there, you are playing what the coach there wants you to play. But when you come back here, you have to switch.
Okay.
So, simply because they are playing there does not mean when they come back here, all of a sudden they'll be playing like they've been playing there. No, what if the coach does not like it? Okay, we're talking about Onana recently. The same reason Ten Hag is signing him is the same reason he left Cameroon in the World Cup. He had problems, he had a little clash with the coach. Because the coach did not like what he was doing, saying this. It wasn't even supposed to be a serious something, but it turned out very serious that he had to retire from the Cameroonian team. You understand? Now, that is the same thing I'm saying. Sometimes, when you come back and the coach doesn't like what you're doing, you just have to switch, that's all.
Okay. All right, well, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, hosted the Tigress, and was saying kudos to them, and that's a very lovely one. All right, before we leave, the Anambra State FA Chairman General Chikelu Iluanose has been appointed into the Nigerian Football Federation Players Statute Committee by the NFF President Alhaji Ibrahim Gozo. That's a very lovely one. We'll say congratulations to the Anambra FA Chairman Chikelu Iluanose for that lovely one. And we say thank you, Alhaji Ibrahim Gozo, for appointing our own into the committee. All right, Uche, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain close on ABS Sports today. It's very entertaining having you here today. Thank you very much for being part of ABS Sports today.
Thank you very much for having me here.
All right, my name is still Ekweme Daniel. Bye for now.